Welcome back to another market update with Spiral Strategies, and today we'll be giving you a rundown of where we are in the cycle and a bit of an overview into what we can kind of expect in the short term, mid-term and long term. And we'll be covering the four main coins here at Spiral Strategies, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana and Cardano. So let's get started. As you guys probably are well aware, we've broken past our previous all-time high here at 73,000 since Trump won the election, which was in November. We are now into the latter part of November. Now, since then, Bitcoin's gone up a hell of a lot, about 35% here, and it's pretty much just been one directional. As you can see in this chart here, breaking past a whole bunch of expected targets where we thought we would see some resistance, where we did see some resistance here at 93k, broke past 95k as well, almost tagged 100k, which is our big round number here. We've found some resistance here. There's massive call walls here as well, just providing a bit of resistance, but based off of short-term 4-hour daily charts, we can see that we're kind of getting a bit comfortable as well, being able to clear even the 100k level, which should be coming imminently. And after this, we've got some open air up until about 108, 110k, where we should hopefully see some resistance. And I say hopefully just because of the fact that we've pretty much gone one directional without much resistance, and we need to see some healthy retracements, which most people will be expecting, and most people were looking at some type of retracements, up at around 90k. Because you could see in the charts, it did slow down a little bit, but over a couple of days, 3, 4, 5 days, pretty much a week, you saw that resistance there got blown out, and we're still actually looking quite strong, relatively speaking. But if you drill down into our lower time frames, you can see that there is signs of slow downs, temporary resistances that we're going to come into, and we should see at least 38 to 50% retracements in Bitcoin. And the market, it's going to come when the market's not expecting it, because it's when it's one directional, you kind of do get complacent and you don't really expect those 38 to 50% retracement. That's when when they do come, it's because it will. You've got to be prepared, to obviously not to panic, not to sell, because retail's going to be selling into that, and who's going to be picking that up? It's going to be your retail. It's going to be your institutional, your hedge funds, your MicroStrategies. They're all going to be picking those coins up at cheaper levels, especially on retracements, because this is a massive confirmation that Bitcoin's ready to go higher, a lot higher, since the halving into the later half of this bull cycle. Now, where are we kind of expecting Bitcoin to kind of temporarily top out? It's hard to say. You can never really tell. All I can tell you is that as of right now, we're seeing this 107, 8 to 10, so 110 basically, as our next resistance. If we do blow past this is kind of where you get into blow off top type territory. We've got open air here from 110k to basically 160k, so don't be surprised if if we break out comfortably above 115, 120k. We're basically sitting in open air. We already are seeing an open air. This is all uncharted territory. All we can really kind of look at is our internal indicators, just to give us a guide of the relative strength on price action of Bitcoin. So short term, we see it still going up into about 110k. Over the medium term, we could see in for maybe a few weeks, even up to a month, we could see some type of sideways action just to consolidate a little bit more before we head up even higher. Now, like I said, there's a possibility that you see that 38.2% drop. So definitely don't discount that as well. But we'll be providing more and more market updates because obviously this is the time where a lot more people are being interested in cryptocurrencies in general, and we're here to provide you that guide over the next coming months, just so people don't get basically shell shocked when the charts don't really go their way or how they expect, because you can never really expect the market to do something for you. It's going to do whatever it wants to do, but we're here to give you the reassurance and just the guide and knowledge to work your way through this journey with us, because we're all here learning as well. So let's head on into our next coin here. So we're going to be talking about Ethereum here. Now Ethereum's been a bit of a weird one because it's not acting like an Ethereum should, and when we say that, we kind of mean, Ethereum's a household name, um, uh, ever since it came out, and there's a lot of projects that are building on it. Price action is actually quite weak, for how we expect Ethereum to be, but that's basically saying it's telling us a lot about the market actually, and it's saying Ethereum is losing market share against all the other layer ones, and we can go into a whole bunch of other charts, but we can get sidetracked here. But basically, we'll just quickly go into Solana, which is one of Ethereum's competitors now, and you can see how it's basically come up back and retested its previous all-time high, and it's got some resistance here. Now, this is kind of actually a pathway that Ethereum might take, because we believe that Solana here is that leading indicator for the layer ones in the layer one space, and you can see here that Ethereum had that late consolidation and it still hasn't even hit its previous all-time high, whereas Solana has. So this is all once we break up above 3,500, then we're going to get up into that previous all-time high, which is at 4,800, around about that level. But it's working its way up there, definitely. It's just acting a lot slower than your Solanas and your other layer ones. And to be fair, we don't really, Ethereum, whilst it is a household name, doing things on it, bridging all these things can be quite difficult. It's we'd hope for it to be user friendly, but this is where we are in the market at the moment. We're building out all the foundations, so a lot of people are finding it more and more difficult to believe in Ethereum when there are so many better alternatives, like your Solanas. But I'm not here to bash on Ethereum. We definitely want it to do well. We definitely want every coin to do well, but it's just something that we can't really advocate for when it hasn't, when it's not meeting its potential. But that's where we are for the short term in Ethereum. We'll quickly head on over now into Solana, and we'll show you guys, back a few months ago, we pretty much said that, expect us to at least hold this orange line, our support here, and this was about at, about 120, $130. We did possibly, there was a possibility where if we broke below, we'd find our next support, down here at about $70 to $100. That never came, which was good to see. So Solana is very, very strong. You can see here it's a very strong trend continuation move, and now basically really nice market structure all the way through this consolidation range, meeting its previous all-time higher at 250. Now we definitely see Solana leading the way, definitely up until the 3, 4, $500 levels, It's definitely a possibility. We'll have to do some more analysis and in our next videos, just to give you a better idea of the trajectory and how we see Solana pricing in the future. But right now, looking quite healthy. Pretty much building almost like a cup and handle here, so we might see a little consolidation here. It's always a possibility, and we're kind of seeing it a little bit here as well, maybe forming a little the handle part. And then from here, this is a very strong signal here, basically saying, it's gonna be a lot higher than it is now, by basically about 2 times that amount. So, definitely $500 target is very, very reasonable. And lastly, we'll head on over into our friend Cardano, Mr. Charles Hoskinson. He was there at Oz CryptoCon, so it was nice to see him. Too bad he couldn't be there in person, but he definitely had some very, very great insights, on the future of crypto in general, which was very, very, very nice to hear. Now, we were saying here, we were hoping for Cardano to find support here at around this 30 cent level, where it did. It actually pretty much, this was kind of the Wyckoff level, but here we had some really nice consolidation here. Wyckoff level was back here, down at 25 cents, and this is very good support. And since the elections, we've seen all the volume come in, which is very, very good to see. Very, very strong volume. We don't even expect these levels to be backfilled. We will expect some type of dip, maybe 38.2 or 50% retracement, so a trend continuation trade like Wyckoff check into kind of this 80 cent level is a possibility. Now we've got temporary resistance here at $1.05. So this area in general here, all the way through here, is going to be your traffic zone. So we've hit that. So people are skimming profits. People that were in at 30 cents, they're taking profits up here, and then they'll probably look to re-enter if they can, and look to re-enter here at about 80 cents. Next target here for Cardano is this $1.8 level. So we've got a couple of targets here on Cardano, which we'll likely clear, and we're most likely going to break previous all-time highs here into the Q2, Q3 of next year. That's when we expect it, but it's definitely got a parabolic move set up in it, and your internal indicators tell you that our MACD is very, 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 very high here. But whenever you see these kind of MACD moves, you will expect to see some type of counter reaction. So don't be surprised if Cardano does come back and retrace, backfill some of these levels here, possibly even down to 50 cents, 70 cents here. But once we clear this kind of traffic zone, so above your $1.20, then you're gonna see targets of $1.80, $2 back on Cardano, trading comfortably at those levels. The chart on Cardano is looking very, very, very bullish. Cardano's had a massive consolidation here that was building for years, and we've broken on the other side of that, and we've created some really nice market structure here, and breaking above this key resistance here comfortably, which was at 80 cents. So looking very, very good for Cardano and all the similar coins related to Cardano, even your Doge coins. So we'll be telling you a lot more about those coins in the next videos as well. We'll also be doing a comparison of where we kind of saw the market, back 3, 4, 5 months ago, and and what we had told you guys in our newsletters. So we'll be bringing up some of those just to show you how our subscribers are doing, and they're actually doing quite well. A lot of people have benefited from taking the time to read those newsletters and gain some really valuable information, and that's definitely helped them on their journey. And we hope you guys join us on this journey as well, because it's going to be very, very crazy. And we want to be here to block out all that noise and provide you with real guidance on how to navigate. this crypto space. So stay tuned, guys. There's a lot more content to come. We're doing a whole bunch of things here now, so we're not going anywhere. Definitely subscribe and stay tuned for more content like this. Cheers, guys. Peace out.